You can say what you want if we've been, a little too overcritical over Carson Wentz, but now I'm not trying to pull any race card or anything here. And Stephen A. Smith said it, which is why I bring up the race card or making it some sort of race issue, because he said it on Monday. And I wanted to take this full week off. I have stuff to do. I have a test that I'm struggling with. I'm going out tomorrow with family after dealing with the whole fucking election shit. I also have stuff to do with my dad on Friday and Saturday. So I got a lot of stuff to do. But I just wanted to make something and talk about this because I've been hampering about it. I've made 30-minute long videos talking about Carson Wentz and the evidence that he just hasn't been playing as well as he could be, and it's been slowly, like, gradually building up and up to this cliff, and right now he's falling down it. But Stephen A. Smith said this, and I 100% agree, because let me tell you something. I'm not the biggest fan of Donovan McNabb. I grew up with him, of course. I'm gonna love him, but he never won us the chip. He never got us there. He never won us the big game. Well, he got us there, but he never won it. And after that, after the fact, especially in the early years of Carson Wentz's career, he was very overly critical, I feel like, over Carson. I felt like, especially in year 2 and 3 specifically, didn't deserve it. Last year, I get it because the whole team wasn't great last year, and there weren't any excuses. There wasn't any coronavirus or any other issue outside of injuries around Carson, his own decision-making, and then his injury in the playoffs. This year is much different because, yes, there is COVID, and yes, there are injuries, but we've seen him in this position before where he's actually elevated his team, elevated the players around him, and beat out the division in the last 4 weeks, made it to a playoff game, competed in the playoff game before getting knocked out, illegally in my opinion, but that's the past, of course. But I've gone through only the stats, because the stats are what are most alarming, but at least on paper. But when you watch the tape, and there are so many plays outside of the fumbles and the interceptions that you watch what he's doing and the way, like, he's looking down the field, reading these defenses, doing what he's doing. I just question everything. I question everything about, like, what the hell is he doing? What's going through his mind? What is he thinking? That's the biggest question I have. And then the press conference comes around, and both Doug Pederson and Carson Wentz himself, they both don't take accountability and only say that he needs to be better and that he will be better. That's it. Haven't seen any change of him getting better. He's still turning the ball over at least once per game. 16 total turnovers. The Eagles as a team have 17 turnovers. He has 16 of them. The lone turnover was a Miles Sanders fumble on his very first play against the Rams in week 2. That was it. Everything else has been 12 interceptions, 4 fumbles lost. Definitely cause for concern. And we talk about, I'm bringing it to Donovan McNabb, don't worry. We talk about Donovan McNabb when we bring him up because in 2008 we benched him for the second half of the Baltimore Ravens game in week 7. And at that point in time, he had, I forget how many turnovers total, but he had 7 interceptions to 4 total touchdowns. And it was a very off year. The Eagles were struggling early on. He got benched in that second half. And guess what happened? He came back the next game, and they nearly ran the table. Made it to the championship game. Almost should have won the championship game. Lost by 5 points to the Cardinals, who would eventually fall to the Steelers, a team that the Eagles actually beat with struggling Donovan McNabb. You see how well you see how much that did for Donovan McNabb. And what it did for him in the team, it opened his eyes, and it's always a refresher for the quarterback, any player that's struggling on the field, clearly showing frustration and not fixing and not improving. What do? They sit him down, let him get his bearings straight, let him regroup, and try to figure out what's wrong. Try to figure out what's going wrong. Donovan McNabb did that. The Eagles went 9-6-1, went to a championship. Almost made it back to the Super Bowl. Carson Wentz right now, he is over nearly, not even, no, more than double the amount of turnovers in the sorry NFC East. Way worse than what it was in 2008, mind you. And Donovan got benched for at least a half a game. Doug hasn't even said that it's crossed his mind, which is a lie. 100% a lie. And he's still playing Carson Wentz. Now, I'm not saying that I want Jalen Hurts to come in and take over for the rest of the season. I don't want that. I know that Carson Wentz is most likely the best option for the Eagles to win this division. I 100%, I agree with that. Despite how I feel in the heat of the moment and what I may say in the heat of the moment, when I calm down and I look at it objectively and logically, he's the best option for the Eagles. 100%. Until Jalen Hurts really proves himself in practice or continues to, develop and evolve eventually down the line, all young quarterbacks eventually deserve their shot, of course. I'm not going to deny Jalen Hurts of that. He has a lot of potential. But right here, right now, Carson Wentz is the guy. But why not do something to help Carson understand what's going wrong? And not just say it and repeat it on a broken record that he's going to change, or he's going to get, or not that he's going to change, but that he's going to get better, that he's going to fix the issues. But he's not going to change the way he plays. He's not going to change his decision making. He's not. He has literally said that he is going to continue to pull the trigger the way he does. That he's going to be the same aggressive self. Carson Wentz, the guy that we know to just sling the ball, pull the trigger whenever he feels like it, rather than learning about when to throw it, when not to throw it, when to run, when to just give up on a play. That first fumble against Dallas proves to me 100% that year 5 Carson Wentz has gotten worse than rookie season Carson Wentz, because I never saw rookie season Carson Wentz make that play. I never saw year 2 Carson Wentz make that play. Because when he extends that play, you know what he does? Either he finds somebody, or he gets rid of it, or he runs for a couple of yards. He doesn't hold on to the ball for all eternity, only to see literally nobody down the field and get sacked and fumble it and give the Cowboys a chance at more points. A sorry Cowboy team that we should have beaten. We should have beaten the Cowboys 41-3. We should have let them have that one field goal and then just destroyed them. But we didn't, because Carson Wentz is too stubborn and idiotic to understand what he's doing wrong. And not even that. Maybe he knows what he's doing wrong and he doesn't want to change it. And that's the problem with Carson Wentz right now. And Doug Pederson is a part of that problem, play calling or not, because he's the coach. Press Taylor is another issue, because he's the coach too. Those are the two guys, the two quarterback coaches that should be helping him develop and change his ways and be better. And they're not. And that's the issue with the Philadelphia Eagles right now. Headed into this bye week, they're coming right back to work. They already came back to work today. They had off on election day tomorrow, or yesterday, and now they're back today on Wednesday. I don't think it's going to change shit, especially with Carson Wentz with the way he's been playing. We're going to find out when he plays the Giants for sure. But trust me, I know Carson Wentz can do great things and that he is a great player. But there's this other side of him that is taking over right now that it's just unbearably bad, and he does not want to change. And that's the problem with the Eagles. Let me know what you guys think. How you feel on Carson Wentz. Subscribe if you're new. Give a thumbs up. I'll see you when I see you. Enjoy your bye week. Peace out, y'all.